What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and I do want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and thank you for understanding that AI now runs YouTube. Well, with that, it is allowing general education about cryptocurrency content, digital assets, NFTs, and so on. That's all we're doing. We're discussing the latest news. We're going to be going over the latest price action, and we're going to be talking about the latest market analytics. So let's jump into it. With a level of 30 on the Fear and Greed Index right now, it is obvious that people are still afraid. We won't even enter neutral territory until we're between 40 and 60 on the CoinMarketCap Fear and Greed Index. Well, right now, altcoin season is sitting at a level of 49, meaning that altcoins are performing roughly the same as Bitcoin. The RSI is relatively neutral, slightly below, at a level of 46.5, and of course, fear is what's dominating the market. It's very, very difficult to see some explosive gains when everybody is so scared. Now, knowing that, we've watched Bitcoin drop 5%, Ethereum drop 8%, and Solana drop 4% on the week. They're down just slightly over the last 24 hours, and these major altcoins are trying to make a recovery over the last hour here. The major, news driving cryptocurrency prices right now are the tensions between the United States, Iran, everything going on in the Middle East, the Strait of Hormuz, or however you pronounce it, and everything that has to deal with that. Look, guys, it's emotions, right? We understand that these geopolitical tensions aren't directly influencing the price of cryptocurrencies. It's not like, if we win this battle, Bitcoin's going to go up and the United States is going to go buy Bitcoin. It's not like that, right? It's an indirect influence. The uncertainty of what comes tomorrow is driving people to be more cautious, more fearful, essentially, because they don't know what happens next. They don't know what decisions they should make. Now, here's the crazy thing. You will never know what happens next. You will never know what tomorrow brings. You can either look at it in a very fearful mindset, which is honestly what the vast majority of people do. They're extremely emotional beings. When the masses are scared, they are scared. When the masses are confident, they are confident. And that herd mentality is, it's hurting so many people. Do not follow the herd that way. Guys, blaze your own path. Create your own trail. Be confident when others don't know what comes next. And be a little skeptical when the masses say that it's going up forever. So with that, I do accumulate while others are fearful, and I absolutely plan on shaving and taking profits when others are showing extreme greed. So, if we take a look at Shiba Inu coin and what's happening right now, the whales and institutions are accumulating. It says on-chain data signals the potential emergence of fresh downside risk, and a death cross has formed on the 1-hour chart. We talked about this in the video earlier today if you guys missed it. It says despite these bearish signals, however, Shiba Inu coin has climbed over 5% in the last day, supported by a strong rebound in trading volume and rising exchange outflows. Now, it wouldn't, on the surface, it doesn't make sense that exchange outflows could cause the price to rise, but we'll talk about that in a second here. It says the golden cross on a 4-hour chart formed on March 19th remains intact and offering some technical optimism. So you've got a little bit of weak technicals here, and I'll be honest, a lot of the weak technicals come from the prolonged period of consolidation, okay? Usually, if the price is moving well in one direction, you can kind of see, okay, these are stronger technicals, but when a price moves sideways for so long, which is what we've been doing since the entirety of 2026, essentially moving sideways here, you get a little bit of less influence in technical analysis. As a Shiba Inu coin soaring 5% and maintaining its golden cross on the 4-hour time frame. But let's focus on these rising exchange outflows. Meanwhile, Shiba Inu coin exchange outflows have trended upward in recent days, and according from data from CryptoQuant, the metric shows that outflows rose from 163 billion tokens to 185 billion tokens the next day. Subsequently, the figure surged sharply to approximately 497 billion tokens on March 23rd. Now, notably, rising outflows typically signal strong accumulation as investors move Shiba Inu coin off of centralized exchanges to private wallets for longer-term holding. Now, it does make sense because if I'm buying cryptocurrency and I'm buying on the blockchain, that's more or less my buy and hold approach, okay? It doesn't mean that I have to. It's honestly just as easy to buy and sell and swap on the blockchain. But it is extremely easy, and I would say more retail investors are more avid traders on centralized exchanges like KCEX and so on. You can buy and sell and swap very easily, just a click of a button. And of course, leverage trading or futures trading plays a big part in that. Now it says conversely, declining outflows, such as the dip observed between March 21st and 22nd, indicate weaker accumulation. In such cases, more tokens remain on exchanges where they remain liquid and readily available for potential selling. While short-term momentum appears to be improving, the underlying technical signals suggest that caution remains warranted as bearish pressure could re-emerge. That statement's going to reign true for me until we start to see greed enter the market, which we have really not seen since 2024. So guys, keep your eyes on the analytics, keep your eyes on, all of these signs and signals, and we're going to move forward not relying on emotion and falling victim to the fear and falling victim to the greed. Don't forget, when extreme greed sets in, you're going to think the price is only going to go up and it's going to go up forever. The same way people think when fear sets in, the price is going to go down and it's only going to go down forever.